I'll be honest with you guys, nothing makes me more upset than seeing somebody trying to sell Cajun or Creole food, and then on the menu they got smothered catfish etouffee. Etouffee literally means smothered in French. So you put smothered in the same dish twice? Smothered catfish, smothered, but in a different language? Congratulations, you're stupid in 2 languages. I may not be able to teach you guys French, but I can teach you the difference between Cajun and Creole, and we're gonna cover that in today's video. Hit him with the intro. What is up, guys? My name is Chef Chaz Thomas, aka Deathcore Chef, and today we are making etouffee, but we're making the Cajun version of it. Yes, it can be Cajun. Yes, it can be Creole. Yes, there is a difference. A lot of you people out there think that Cajun food is simply adding Cajun spices with shrimp and sausage to a dish, and voila, it's magically Cajun. But doing a quick search on Google would show you that traditional Cajuns do not put land animals and water animals together in the same dish. Honestly, I blame Chili's. It's not y'all's fault. Stick to the baby back ribs, you nerds, and leave the Cajun Creole cuisines to me. Don't worry, I grew up in Louisiana. I'm gonna teach you the difference. I'm gonna learn y'all some more, and we're gonna learn how to do Cajun the proper way. So let's get started on this. The first thing we're gonna have to do is make a roux. Now, if you guys remember, we did the gumbo episode, and there I taught you guys how to make a dark roux, a chocolate roux. And during that episode, I told you we cannot use butter for this because it cannot handle the high heat. Well, with crawfish etouffee, we're not making a dark roux, so we are going to use butter, which is basically just less work for you. So good job. Less work, more flavor. Damn on them haters. Add 1 full stick of butter. No half measurements needed, just throw it all in. If your arteries aren't scared of you, you're doing it wrong. Once you melted your butter in your pot, go ahead and add your flour and then continue to stir it until you have a peanut butter colored roux. Now, when it comes to making Cajun food, the basics are very simple. You have the Cajun Trinity. That is celery, onions, and bell pepper. Louisiana was settled by the French. This is almost like a French mirepoix, but instead of carrots, we're gonna swap it out for some bell pepper. Why? Because carrots didn't naturally grow in Louisiana at the time, and it was easier to find bell peppers. So Cajuns did what they do and gathered what they had and used that. And when you have the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit of Cajun cuisine, that's really what you need for the basics. Don't try to make it more difficult. Keep it simple. That's the basics. End of story. Now, this isn't officially a part of the Cajun Trinity, but honestly, it might as well be because we put it in everything. The French were Catholics. You might as well add the Pope, which is garlic. So once we have our peanut butter roux up to temperature, we're gonna chop up 1 bell pepper, 1 onion, 3 ribs of celery, and 4 cloves of garlic. We're gonna throw in our onion, bell pepper, and celery and cook them down until they're translucent and soft, just like Kiko's feelings after nobody wanted to be his Valentine. Tell Kiko that you love him in the comments. After we add our Cajun Trinity, we're gonna add in our garlic afterwards because garlic has a lower smoke point than everything else in the Trinity, and burnt garlic is just giving someone the middle finger in the culinary world. Nobody's getting burnt garlic unless it's somebody promoting the keto diet. Fuck that guy. Next, we're gonna add in our seafood stock. We don't wanna overwork our roux, so just add it 1/3 at a time. Go ahead and add in your bay leaves, your Worcestershire sauce, your cayenne pepper, some salt and black pepper. If you don't have cayenne pepper, some Tabasco sauce will do fine, or some Louisiana hot sauce. And now we're gonna let this cook low and slow for about 30 to 45 minutes. This is where the magic happens. Everything comes together like one big happy family, and it tastes amazing. Now, this part of the cooking process is called patience. I don't have it, but I hope you do, because this is the part of the show where I act like I waited for an hour. But in the meantime, I can explain to you guys the difference between Cajun and Creole food, and maybe you guys will stop doing stupid shit. And the difference is super simple, and we already talked about it earlier when we explained the Cajun Trinity. Cajuns were gatherers. They went out and picked things. They didn't go and get it from the ports or anything like that. They used what they had because they were poor. I think we got the term po' boy. They were poor boys making sandwiches for poor people. Why do you think everything in Cajun food is stretched out by rice? Boudin, etouffee, gumbo? Is it weird that sausage has rice in it? No, because they were stretching it out so they could feed all the people with what little they had. Whereas the Creoles were a little bit more refined. They would actually use imported goods such as tomatoes, oregano, thyme, whatever else that they had. So are there 2 versions of etouffee? 1 Cajun and 1 Creole? Yes, absolutely. If I put the Cajun and Creole version side by side, would you tell the difference? Most likely yes, because they look completely different. Congratulations, now you actually know what Cajun cuisine is, and you can stop doing stupid shit. You're embarrassing yourself. I'm tired of people from Virginia who've only cooked gumbo once in their life telling me that I'm not traditional. Now, crawfish is a seasonal thing in Louisiana. We don't get to eat it year round, but we do have these packaged up crawfish tails, which are just fine. Now, when it comes to using sources close to home, if you want to use Louisiana crawfish that are actually Louisiana crawfish, make sure that they have this seal on the bag. This seal means that at least half the crawfish in here is from Louisiana. Now, when it comes to prepackaged crawfish tails, these are my favorites. The blue bag, it's all good. Like I said, you got the certified Cajun Louisiana seal. But if you need any more proof to make sure it's legit, you have a permit from Louisiana right there. Now, as your etouffee is cooking and you get to the final 10 to 15 minutes, go ahead and throw your crawfish tails in, stir them around, make sure they get incorporated in there, let them cook through. And it's just that easy, guys. Etouffee, pretty simple. I don't know why we overcomplicate things. When it comes to most Cajun cuisine or Creole cuisine or anything Southern, really, keep it simple. Stop adding ghost chili powder to shit that don't need it. Okay? And now Kiko gets to try it. You've had the gumbo, so like...
Yeah.
You said that was, so far the gumbo was your highest rated.
Do you remember?
I'm not telling you.
I don't remember what I gave the gumbo, but I know it was high.
Yeah.
I go 9.3.
9.3. Kiko is a huge critic of food. He usually grades lower, but if we can get him into a 9, I'm sure that's a 10 for everyone else. And that's it for us here at Culinary Chaos. I'm gonna eat the rest of this because it's amazing. For you guys, I need y'all to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for all the notifications. The link is in the description for all of our social media platforms. Check it out. Follow us on all socials. Never miss this episode for season 2, and I will see you next week. Later.